Hello, 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 and welcome on a Saturday night. Can you believe this is a Saturday night and I am live? There was so much news happening in GLP-1 land that I just had to go live. When I first started making videos, that was something I wanted to do, but I could not keep up with the breaking news. It's breaking news every other day, and sometimes every other hour, and so I just couldn't keep up with that. So I thought, yeah, okay, I can catch up with some of the things that I've been reading that's kind of going on. And another thing I wanted to do is just offer support to anyone who is not on the branded medication that is taking, the GLP-1, tirzepatide or semaglutide. And then we know that Zepbound and the breaking news is Zepbound and Mounjaro are no longer on the shortage list. So, what does that mean? What is going to happen? So, we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. These are hot topics, all related. And then I have some other things I've been reading about, and I wonder if you guys know about what's been going on. It's food wise. So, it's just a lot going on. One of the things, though, that I am super excited. Amazing news that Zepbound has been approved for sleep apnea. It's the first medication that has been approved for that. And so, Eli Lilly is on the move. They're researching addictions and how that all plays a part in the GLP-1, with the medication. So, great things are happening, but not on the side of the consumer. I feel like, as far as the price, and now we have the compound, up in arms. We don't know what's going on with that. So, we're here to support each other tonight. I just had to come on here. I want to talk about it. I want you guys to tell me what your plan is, maybe offer some support to someone else. So we just gotta keep the faith. We gotta keep the faith. Personally, I take the branded medication, but who knows? I could be, on a compound myself. And so, I just have empathy for anybody who is out there and just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. One thing I will say is a couple of months ago, I heard the same thing. I was hearing some of the same things like, oh, tirzepatide, as we know it, is over. Compounds are over. And, that lasted all of a couple of, a couple of days. I don't even think a week. And then things changed. So I would say keep the faith, because things can change. And I know there's, lawsuits, coming up, and something is happening in January where they will, hopefully, make some movement. But as of right now, today, the shortage is over. So I would just encourage people, if there really truly is a shortage where you are, you have to report it. If you can't get the medication, you have to report it. And so, we just have to stay on top of it. We have to stay on top of it. So let's go to the comments really quick, and then we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. What does all this mean? What does all this mean? Lakeisha, again, she's always the first one to clock in with those comments. I love it. Happy Saturday to you too. Then we have Simply Taisha. Hello, Simply Taisha. Thank you for coming. We have Nadia in the house. We have Vanessa in the house. Oh, we have Mindy in the house. We have, who else is here? Kim J is in the house. We have Brown Velvet. I love a good name, Brown Velvet. I'm loving that. I love it. Welcome. We have 2.0 Mommy. Oh, she says, I'm looking beautiful. Hi, ladies. I'm finishing dinner, so I won't be chatting much, but I'm listening. Thank you for listening. And if you have something like you just can't, help but share, please do. Debbie. Oh, Debbie, thank you. She says, I'm looking amazing. I have some curls in my hair, and I don't know how long these curls are going to last, but I appreciate that. She says, hello to me and everyone. Zepbound being approved for OSA will hopefully help it get on more formularies. Yes, 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 yeah. So that's I'm going to stop right there, Mindy, because I agree. I posted that this morning. I was up, and I posted on my community tab about it being approved for sleep apnea. And I thought, what if this, helps people with their insurance? What if that is something? Because just plain weight loss, there's not so many people take that as serious as they should as a condition, unless you have had like some, major things going on. We know it could lead to those major things, but it's just kind of frustrating. But hopefully that this new development will help people. It will help people. You have to keep us posted and let us know. Um, if it helps you, if it helps your situation. Yes, I heard about the sleep apnea approval on the news this morning. That is so cool. Jazzy says, hello to everyone. Lakeisha says, since I started Mounjaro, my sleep apnea went away completely. Yes, and that's why, it got approved for that. It's helping so many people. It's just unfortunate that it's so expensive. It's unfortunate. We got to get those prices lower. Yes, I heard on the news this morning that the GLP-1 was approved for sleep apnea also. And then Vanessa says, I'm at work cheating with an earbud in while while you chat. I love it. Thank you for coming in. Oh, hello, Joanne to Success. How are you? Hello, hello. Thank you for coming to the live. Brown Velvet is a fabulous name. It is. It is. It's like mysterious, cool, cute, all those things. I love that. Kelly says, hello, everyone. Brown Velvet says, I feel like there will be a new shortage in January when more people want to jump on the new health journeys. Yes, yes. So that's a possibility. That's why I said everybody has to report those shortages. If you find out there's one, you should report it. So let's just jump right in because, I don't know, if everybody who, we're all in GLP-1 land. Let me see if can you hear me? Let's see. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so we're all in GLP-1 land here. So, a lot of us know, but, if you don't know, they said, analysts are predicting that Novo Nordisk will be next with getting removed from the shortage list. And so that's not going to only put tirzepatide in jeopardy, but semaglutide, which people turn to when they can't get the tirzepatide. So it'll be interesting to see how all this happens. As you guys may or may not know, I am a stock owner with Eli Lilly. So, I'm hoping they do well. Plus, I'm on the medication. I hope they do well. But I do want them to lower the prices. But their stock rose 9% in pre-market trading before the bell on Friday. Just that news made it, made the stock go up. And so, their stock is going up. It's not as high as it was. But, I'm doing a little experiment with this Eli Lilly stock to see if I can get Eli Lilly to pay me. Now, tirzepatide, as we know, is the key ingredient in the weight loss drug Zepbound and the diabetes drug Mounjaro. The FDA's decision, we're on a countdown for 60 days. And so if a state licensed pharmacy is under the 503A, those tirzepatide injections, in within 60 calendar days from the announcement, which would be February the 18th. So February the 18th, they have to stop. For outsourcing facilities under the 503B compounding, so if you're getting yours from a 503B, you have 90 days from today's announcement, which was not today, but a couple days ago. And so you have until March 19th. I believe that happened on a Wednesday. I could be wrong, but I believe it was Wednesday when that announcement came out. And boy, were people shocked because people thought things were just going to be kind of on hold. We were going to kind of kick it back. If you have a good lawyer, they drag things out. And that just unfortunately did not happen. It did not happen. But I have a feeling that they're going to figure out a way to get around this. I just have that feeling. I don't know, exactly how they're going to do that. But, I think they'll work it out. This medication is life-changing. I mean, it's life-changing, and I just have a feeling so many more people are gonna be on that come, January, especially now since it was approved for sleep apnea, and so I think they're gonna figure out a way to make it work. I wish Eli Lilly could come together with those compounding pharmacies and work something out. I really do, and I have faith that they will, and I don't know, exactly what it's gonna look like, but I feel a sense of hope. So, I'm hoping I'm right about that. And so, I just wonder, what can we do? What can you do? What can I do? What can any of us do? Well, the first thing you could do is to have a plan. Have a plan. I was watching the Turtle Diaries, AP Sweet Tea, and she talked about, her situation because she's on a compound, and she talked about having her plan, and her plan was to stock up before February, which is exactly what I would do if I could. Now, the terrible thing about this is it's coming right at Christmas time when I'm sure people are spending money, on gifts, on food, on all things celebrating, Christmas. And so it's just a terrible time that this has happened. Couldn't they wait till after Christmas? I mean, geez, oh man. But so stock up if you can. If you can, I'm pretty sure there are sales out there related to Christmas. In her video, she talked about a sale, and I just think that if you have extra money or can get extra money, I would stock up before February, just to be on the safe side. And another thing she said, and I just think that's awesome, and I'm really using her as a reference because remember, I'm not on a compound yet. And so, I'm, going from someone who actually is on one. She says to stay calm. And that's what I would do. I'm kind of cool, calm, and collected. And so, if I don't start out that way, I definitely end up that way. Another thing I would say is report any shortages. You got to report those shortages when they occur. Someone said to me, like, people are reporting shortages that I guess they were saying, it's not really a shortage. They just don't have it, laying around in the pharmacy in stock. And then when you, ask for it, they get it within the week. That wouldn't be like a shortage. So I looked up what the definition of a shortage was, and I'll read that to you, here pretty soon. It will remind me if I forget. But, most people think a shortage is when you just can't get it, right? You can't get it, so it's a shortage. But I guess there are technical, reasons for a medication being in shortage, and I just say report because we just want it to be accessible. I feel like if you're waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks, that's a long time to be waiting on a medication. I don't know. I'm not used to that. I don't know if other people are. I really haven't taken a lot of medication, to even know. But in my mind, if you're having to wait, more than a week or two, I think that's a long time. But patients should obtain a prescription from. So this is what the FDA recommends, that patients should obtain a prescription from their doctor. Well, a lot of us are doing that, or a lot of people are trying to do that, and they can't get it. They can't get it. The insurance is denying it. And they said, fill this prescription at a state licensed pharmacy. I guess the concern is that people are going to these mom and pop, I'll just use that for lack of a better word, type of pharmacies. And they're going to these pharmacies, and they're not safe. They're not safe. And I don't know if I can share my screen, but I want to pull up an article that I read, and you have to let me know if you can see the article or not. But I thought it had some good information about, what's going on with this whole decision. You can also visit the FDA's Be Safe RX campaign. I never knew that was on their site, for resources to safely buy prescription meds online. And I've heard about some of the ones, I've heard about Ro. It's really good. I've heard about Ambo. I've heard people talk about Fridays. I've heard people talk about Lavender Sky. Those are the 4 that I've actually heard about. And so, I'm not sure what you're doing, but I would, definitely check out a lot of these content creators that are using them, that have felt safe with them. They're kind of vetted, right? Because these people are taking this. Mochi's another one I've heard about. So I feel like they're vetted. People are taking these and they have been safe thus far. And so, but even though, you might go to, the Downsizing Diva, and I've been on, Mochi, let's just give an example, and I'm taking it. Don't just go with what I say. Still do your own research. I would always do your own research, but I would stay away from those mom and pop type of pharmacies. And, I've heard people thinking, on Reddit and and TikTok that they were getting retatrutide. Is that what the newer one is called? Well, that's not even, approved by the FDA. That's not even out. And people are thinking they're buying this. And this is the problem with these GLP-1 medications. They're so, life-changing, and they're so popular that, people are just, doing and purchasing things that they don't know where the source comes from. They just kind of want to get their hands on them. So I think we want to avoid that. That's what, the FDA is trying to avoid. But, of course, money's always a factor in all of these things. So, what do you guys think? What is your plan? What's going on? Are you guys in the chat? Do you guys have a plan? What are you going to be doing? So let's see. Let's go. Debbie says, my kidney doctor says Mounjaro protects the kidneys too. Quit using my CPAP months ago, but I thought it was weight loss. Wow. Yes. And sleep apnea, though, the weight is what really causes that, causes that whole, breathing and not being able to breathe correctly and snoring. That is what really causes it. So it is, no surprise that losing weight helps with that. Thank you for sharing that, Debbie. Mindy says compounding pharmacies are using medical necessity to get around the rules. They are making different doses and adding various things to differentiate. Yes, they are. But I think the FDA, Eli Lilly, they all know that. So I think they're trying to, come after that too. I've read some things where, they know they're doing that and they're trying to really put a lockdown on this. So it'll be interesting, Mindy, to see what happens. I know that Ambo, Mochi, and Fridays are all saying they're not going anywhere, and I don't really think they are either. Like I said, I just don't see them going anywhere. Now they were there before, tirzepatide, so they'll be there. But will they be there with tirzepatide and semaglutide as we know it? I mean, I guess that's the question, and I think they will. I just think that Eli Lilly is just such in a panic to get rid of, these compounding pharmacies, and they're not just gonna, give up their profits either. They're not just gonna throw in the towel. So is anybody here on a compound that has a plan? I know. I think Lakeisha said stock up and pray. I think that's a great plan. Anybody else have like a plan of what they're going to do? So Lakeisha says stock up and pray. That's awesome, Mindy. My kidney doctor was thrilled I was on it. That's so Raina says stock up if possible. Kim J said at Mindy's, my kidney functions go up more as well. Very good. But I did read, they do tell you, do not take Zepbound if you have kidney problems to start with. And so I don't, I'm pretty sure people are consulting with their doctor, but I did read that. That's one of the things, because I have somebody I know who I was going to recommend that they take Zepbound now that it's approved for sleep apnea, but they have kidney disease, and I don't think they can. So Vicky says, hi, Vicky, welcome. She says, it's all about the money, either way you look at it. It is. And coming from both ends, right? Coming from the compound pharmacies to Eli Lilly. But the compound pharmacies, I will give them credit. They have started to go down. They have, I feel like try to give discounts as all this is going on. But what prompted them to do that was when Eli Lilly released those vials. It was once Eli Lilly released those vows, they thought, oh, we better lower these prices to keep people. I mean, let's think about it. When you go to the grocery store or anywhere else where they sell a generic brand, most people buy the generic brand because it's what? Cheaper. Now, if you're somebody who just loves the taste of a generic brand and you don't really care about that, that's great. But most people are buying the generic brand, I would say, because it's cheaper. And so the same thing. And if Eli Lilly were to compete with those compound pharmacies, people would for sure buy the branded medication, I believe. Now, not everybody, when I say people would, there's never an all, there's never an all or nothing. Some people probably would be comfortable with what they're doing and wouldn't switch. But I know a lot of people who say they're only on compounds because they can't get the branded medication. So, I don't know. Eli Lilly, I know recently, our new upcoming president was talking about meeting with him, and I don't know if that meeting, the CEO of Eli Lilly, has taken place yet, but I want to be at that meeting because I want to do the numbers. Let's do the numbers. How much money would you make if you had all the compound pharmacy customers? Like, are they missing the boat here? I don't know. I just feel like they are. Joe says, my insurance will cover 3 months of medication, but because my doctor wants me to titrate up monthly, I can only get 1 month at a time. And I thought, aren't they following Eli Lilly's new schedule? The new schedule isn't titrating up every month. It's titrating up as needed more so. So yeah, I'm a little confused about that. Jazzy says, my plan is to stock up and watch the lawyers battle it out. Smart plan, smart plan. That's so Raina says, I'm wondering if tirzepatide will be back on the shortage list as more people get branded medication. However, it's self-reported by Lilly, so they are likely to deny a shortage, sadly. But that's true. But if they are, if we're hitting, though the FDA up and saying it's a shortage, they have to consider that. Remember, they, made this decision before and they had to backtrack. So, it's amazing what a community of people can do. I mean, we've seen it over time. When people band together, things happen. So I just think that as a community, we have to be on top of it with the FDA. I think our voices will be heard. So many people are falling to the obesity category. It's power in numbers, but we just have to kind of band together. But thank you for that comment. Val from Virginia, she says, as much as I don't want to pay a ton for Zepbound, I am switching to Renew Insurance and PCP and plan to get a prescription, whether it's covered or not. I just want to have a backup for compound. I think that's smart. And if you can afford it, do it. I think you should. I think that's a great plan. Joe says, I still have 3 months of Ozempic that I didn't use. Yeah, the Ozempic may be in shortage, or is in shortage, but they are talking about, that they're predicting that the FDA is going to say no more shortage for semaglutide. Because if you can't get tirzepatide at all, people are leaning towards that semaglutide because they feel like they'd rather have that than nothing at all. And so, goodness gracious, can you imagine what's going to happen with that? That's Lorena says they didn't lower the vial prices enough. They did not. They're, it's like, so I feel like they have like a number they're trying to reach, but I just don't know. Has somebody figured out like how much you would make if you were competitive with your pricing? Because competition brings the prices down. And even Target and Walmart have figured out, and Best Buy and all these stores, chain stores, now they figured out you can go, if I go to Target and I can show them, and I've even showed, on my phone where I saw a price that was cheaper for the same exact, item, and I guess, they're both items would be branded, right? But they would give you that price because they don't want to lose you as a customer. So that's what I'm saying. Eli Lilly, if you're out there and you're listening, have you figured out, would you make less money? And I'm sure you would, I don't know, because so many people are on these compounds. So would you really make that much less money if you came down in the price? It may just be with them though, the philosophy of it all. Like, we invented this. This is our product. This is what we're doing, and nobody else can sell it. We're not in shortage. I mean, are they coming from just that standpoint? And that's it. And they have so many other medications down the pipeline related to, weight loss that, they kind of have a lock on this thing. So, compounds, don't give up. Don't give up. People rely on you. Nadia says, my insurance doesn't cover. I was with Fridays, but when the October 2nd fiasco happened, they stopped. I believe they're back now. Okay, so Fridays did stop. A lot of them were saying they were stopping. They weren't putting up a fight at first. And then I think they realized, we have a chance here. We have a chance. Excuse me. Kim J says, I'll be able to take Mounjaro with CKD. Okay, I'm not good with the the initials, the acronyms. I read that it's not good to take it if your kidney function is 30 or less. Okay, so as long as you're good, you got to just check that out. This person I was talking about is in stage 3 of kidney disease. So, I don't know if that would be great for them. I have 5, Nadia says, I have 5 vials, 4 of which are open and 15 pounds away from my goal at 5 milligrams. I'm holding off on reordering until the last minute. Yes, that's very good. And you know what? 4 are opened, 4 of which are open, and I'm 15 pounds away. So you're 15 pounds away from your goal. You're at 5 milligrams. So you are so, so close. You are so, so close. Mindy says, Nadia, they are back. I have a friend who affiliates for them. All right, good. That's good. That's good. I know the Countess of Shopping talks a lot about Fridays. I, hear about it from her. Kim J says, I think I heard these new approvals can allow them to open up the door to provide a larger number of GLP-1s. I hope so. Hey, Dee Dee, this is a hot topic. I'm going to stock up for my peace of mind. I saw your stress video and I'm not going to let this get my cortisol up, LOL. Yes, and just before I went live, maybe an hour before, I was watching your video. I did comment too. And I thought you did an excellent job of explaining, the shortage, and how the shortage ending is affecting, the tirzepatide. And I thought you did an excellent job of just, reminding people to stay calm and have a plan, And I love how you told people, don't run out and just go and buy things from, any source. Really do their research before they, decide to go with a compound pharmacy. And I would say, like I said, a lot of content creators are on, different compounds, and they talk about them, and some of them promote them. But I would also do my own research even after that. So if you haven't checked out the Turtle Diaries, go and check out her video. I think it was released yesterday. I thought that she did an excellent job. Val from Virginia says, I use lavender sky and mochi and have 6 months of bud dates that are good till to 2025. Okay. So you have a while. I also split doses so my vials last longer. Currently on 5 milligrams and use 35 units versus 50 units. So that's a great idea, Val from Virginia. That's a great idea. If people could split their vials, it's harder on the pen, but I know some people have done that with the branded medication. I've seen videos where people are figuring out how to do that as well. So, that's a thought. Maybe split it. Lilly does not have enough product to meet demand, so they won't lower the prices right now. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I hope something changes. I just have a feeling something's going to change. I don't think we're going to be having the same kind of conversation 6 months from now. Brown, and maybe that's me thinking my faith and my hope and my positivity, but I just have a gut feeling. Brown Velvet says, do you think more insurance companies will cover these medications if the price was lower? Probably. I think they would if the price was lower, for sure. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think more insurance companies will cover these medications if the price was lower? I think so. I mean, if $1,300, $1,400, $1,200, that's a lot. Think about that. That's every month. Like, it's a month a monthly prescription. So that's a lot. That's a lot. So we'll see. I know I read somewhere where they have a weight loss medication. I can't remember what company it is, but they're trying to do it where you would just inject once a month. And then I've also heard talk of you injecting once a year. I mean, can you imagine that? But how much is that going to cost you? I would love to know that. Hey, Healthy Spirit Podcast. Oh, she made it to a live again. Hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Kim J. Please hit that like button. Like the video, like the video. I appreciate that. Nadia says, they're unopened. Okay, good. I was wondering. I was like, oh my goodness. Now that's another thing I heard, that once your vials are open for tirzepatide, like you have to use those within 28 days. So, like I said, I'm not on there, but that's just what I've heard. Val says, Mindy M, so true. We all know Eli Lilly cannot keep up with the demand, but they want all the compound business too. Yes, 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 yes. So true, so true. Turtle Diary said Fridays has tirzepatide and they have a $100 coupon this month, y'all. So that's great to hear. They have but how much is it? Because I know, don't you have to pay, like some of those compound pharmacies charge for, the setup, like just a fee. Is there a fee that comes along? But I mean, the $100 coupon is going to help out, with whatever fee there is too. So it's just great. You get that extra $100 off. Oh, thank you, Kim J. Chronic kidney disease. Love it. Jazzy says, yep, AP, your video was great. It was great. I enjoyed it. And I learned too. Mindy says, Nadia, woo, I was like, why is she opening all those vials? Yes, I was wondering that too. I'm like, okay. That's so Raina. Check out her channel. She's another content creator. She says, my husband has taken branded and compound. He is going to space his doses out more and eat low carb. Yes, yes. Eating low carb has really helped me on my journey. And I wasn't always like monitoring, I thought I was eating low carbs, but when you track it, that's when you truly know. And so, yeah, that has helped me. So good luck to your hubby. Nadia says, my bad, Mindy, for unopened. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, Simply Taisha says she was thinking the same thing. Thank you. Turtle Diary said, I'm glad the video was helpful. I needed to process all this information as well as get the community feedback. Yes, we love that video. That's like a go back to video. Mindy says, word on the street is that if they lower the prices, the PBMs won't want to cover it because their kickback will be less. Yes, again, like I said, it's all about that money in the end, isn't it? Jeez, Louise. Kim J says, yes, I believe the insurance companies will cover them more when the prices go down. Hi, Beverly. She says, I'm late to the party. What are we talking about tonight? Well, we're talking about the FDA's decision to end the shortage, which means our compounds are in jeopardy. And so are you on a compound, Beverly? Like, what is your status? Are you on the branded medication? And if you're on the compounded medication, how is this affecting you? So I'm going to try to go. You guys have to let me know. I'm going to try to share my screen. And there was this article. Let me see if I have the right article that talked about, let me see. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is the article. This is from Yahoo Finance. And you have to let me know if you guys can see my screen. I'm going to try to share my screen. Now I have this up. I don't know if that's going to affect me sharing my screen. So let me take that down. So, okay. So let's see. Wait. Oh, I meant to the wrong. Okay. Can you guys see the screen? Can you put it in the chat if you can hear me and see the screen? I'm going to make it bigger. Can you guys hear me? Beverly says she's on Wegovy. Okay, very good. Welcome. So right now, that's, you're good, but you're on the branded, so you're okay too. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, if I make the screen bigger, you can see it. Okay, let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay. So let me go back. Let me take this off. I highlighted this, and I don't know why I highlighted it, but I did. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. Okay, so it says, so they were talking about Nordis. Remember, they had this experimental obesity drug called Sema that led to a 22% weight loss in the late stage trials. Falling short, though, it was expected to do 25%. And it wiped out as much as 125 billion in their market value. So, I mean, can you believe that? I mean, it just missed it by a few percentage points. But there's so many companies that are out there trying to compete with Eli Lilly and what they have going on. It says weight loss platforms such as will have to halt their planned Allurion will have to halt their planned rollout of tirzepatide copycats. This company's stock slid more than 13% on the news, trading at less than 30 cents per share. So that's something to jump on if they ever, get an opportunity to, pick that up again. So yeah, so it says copycats of Norvo semaglutide drugs are the most popular drugs available on telehealth platforms like Him and Hers, Ro, Sasami, I don't know what that is, and soon could face a similar fate. Because remember, they're projecting that semaglutide, they're going to take that off the list too. So I just thought that was interesting. All this ties to money. See how their stock crashed after it did not meet that demand. I mean, it crashed. They lost billions of dollars, billions of dollars. So everything really is about money. And so, and 22% though is nothing to feel bad about. I think 22% is of weight loss is great, but because they didn't meet that threshold that they set at the 25, and I think they were probably trying to outdo Lilly, it just didn't work out for them so hot. So, okay, you guys could hear me very good. So welcome, ESAM OOR. When you stretch out your vows, it will typically last longer than 28 days. So for people spacing out their vows, do they go beyond the 28 days and still use it? Now, that is a great question. So are people still using it? Because after the 28 days, you're supposed to not use it. So, but if you're stretching it out, you're right. It would go past the 28 days. I don't know. That's a great question. And Beverly's telling us she's on Wegovy. At your own discretion, Nadia says. Okay, and Nadia says they can hear me. Beverly says covered by Aetna right now, paid $15, but come January, I'm going to be on Blue Cross. I don't know what my faith will be down. Oh yeah, so you don't know what's going to happen when you change over. Oh my goodness. And Blue Cross is what we've heard. People have had issues with that. So hopefully you do not. So you guys are saying, yes, you can hear me. That's Orena saying those are good stats still. My goodness. Yes, those are still good stats. So I'm not sure, why. Well, I am. That's how the stock market works, right? If you don't hit those quotas, if you don't hit your projected outcomes, your stock tanks, the stock goes down. That's just how it works and what happens in the stock market. Um, and she says it's pronounced sesame, like open sesame. Sesame. Oh, okay. Thank you. The Turtle Diaries, yes. Kara Sigma was a big disappointment. But that's close to Zepbound results. It is the 22%. She said, I'd take it if it was cheaper. On the Pen has been reporting they had trouble figuring out what kind of pen to make. Now, remember, we heard those pens only cost $5 to produce, to make. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's just like anything else. The shirt I'm making probably costs $2 somewhere, and I paid $30 for it. So, it's like, what are you going to do? All right. So anything else you guys want to add to the FDA? Because I also wanted to talk about some other news going on in the GLP-1 community. So let me stop sharing this screen. I'm going to stop sharing. And let me put this back on the stage. So this, I wonder if you guys know about this. So I just thought this was so interesting. And I made this prediction in the summertime that they were going to start coming out with all these GLP-1 friendly foods. So foods that are labeled GLP-1 friendly are coming to an aisle near you. And Kangara Brands recently announced that the company will add On Track, and here's a little picture of what it's going to look like. They're going to add that badge to its 26 healthy food choice frozen items. The products are high in protein, they're low in calories, and they're a good source of fiber. The badge, which will list the amount of fiber per serving, along with the phrase GLP-1 friendly. And so I knew this was a matter of time. And I just wondered, now they aren't creating anything new. They're taking what they already have, and they're basically putting the GLP-1 friendly label on it. So I'm going to take you to that site too, because they have a list of GLP-1 friendly foods. And that's the thing. We know people are saying, oh, they have GLP-1 friendly foods. But here they really want to advertise it, and they want people to, they're putting it on their labels. They want people to actually buy it. So I don't know, this might make people feel a little bit more comfortable. Let me share my screen. This might make people feel a little bit more comfortable because it's something you could have already been eating, right? It's not anything new. This is already this, I don't know, do you guys eat Healthy Choice? Yeah, it's the same things, but they're adding a little label to it. So I thought, how clever is that? That's another way, for somebody to get on this GLP-1 bandwagon by adding these. So I don't know if you see those Simply steamers, if you guys see those. Can you see my screen? Am I sharing my screen? Here we go. So here's the simple steamers. They got the cafe steamers, and they're telling you all the foods that are going to be labeled with your GLP-1 friendly foods. So are you guys buying these things? Like I haven't bought frozen foods in a while, and I'm not saying I'm against buying them. I just haven't been buying them. Are you guys buying these? Have you purchased these? Are they worth buying? Are they any good? I'm not sure. Beverly says, or Kim says to Beverly, I'm going to Blue Cross also in January from Aetna. I received my ID card the other day. You may be able to speak about it when you get your new card, or call and ask when you get your new card. Okay. All right, very good. Mindy says a lot of foods already existed. They are just giving them a new batch. Exactly. So these aren't anything new. They're just giving them a new batch. And I knew they were going to do that. I thought people were, and I'm sure it's coming, people are going to come out with a whole new line of GLP-1 friendly foods. But this group has, Healthy Choice has decided, okay, we already have some frozen food that meet this criteria, and we're just going to put a label on it. And people are just going to buy it because it says GLP-1 friendly. They're going to purchase it if they're not purchasing it already. And Jazzy said it's the same frozen foods that are on the shelves now. Yes, and I think they said it's they're going to be adding those labels. You'll start seeing those labels on when they say January. The Downsize talks about this a lot because their day job is in private label industry, and they have a lot of exposure to the foods. Okay, do they say the foods are good? I don't really eat Healthy Choice. Most of the meals have too many carbs for me, and I really don't eat them because of my high blood. Well, I had high blood pressure, and a lot of those frozen foods are filled with sodium that I don't need the extra sodium. So that's the reason why I don't. But if I remember correctly, the steamers were pretty good. The steamers sound healthy, right? The steaming of it all. Nadia says marketing, rebranding to make people fall for it. Most of the foods are GLP friendly, except for fried foods, at least for me. Yes. I stay away from frozen foods, Turtle Diary said, because they have a lot of sodium. Me too. And I still got to watch my blood pressure. Exactly. That's why I haven't done it. Haven't been eating them. Jazzy says, I have tried the new Vital GLP line, and they are not tasty at all. They are available at Kroger. So I've never heard of that, the Vital. So anybody else has anybody else tasted those? Thank you for sharing that, Jazzy. KM, hello KM. How do you stock up and not meds with bud? That must mean something. That somebody might have told me earlier, and my perimenopausal brain won't let me remember. That will expire before you can use it. So she says, how do you stock up with the meds that will expire? Now what is the expiration date on the compound medication? Now we're talking about the 28 days once it's open, but what if you don't open the vial? How long does it last then, I wonder? That I would not know. So anybody can help Kim out or KM out with that. Lakeisha says frozen food, she doesn't eat them. Okay, yeah. It's like a convenience thing, I guess, for most people. Kim J says, oh yeah, that just a start to market, but we'll start making foods for, yeah, they're gonna start. They'll be out probably spring, no later than summer. Just like what they did with the keto. All of a sudden, we start seeing so many foods that say keto or keto friendly. Of course, yes. At KM, most telehealth companies will tell you the shelf life is 3 months unopened. That's it? I didn't realize that, only 3 months. 28 days once open, but it varies, so you have to ask. Oh, good information, AP. KM, some pharmacies will have longer BUDs. Okay, all right. We gotta find out who those are, because I would think you would want to go with those. Nadia, what Mindy said, some of them are 9 months from now. Okay, so which ones are the 9 months from now? If we could figure that out, that would be helpful. I could also Google too, but like I said, I'm not on the compound, so I don't know for sure. But that's good. So yeah, if we can figure that out, that would be helpful. Now I don't know. Maybe you guys are up on a lot of things. So what about this? Nestle is getting into it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nestle. Nestle makes lean cuisine, I believe. Let me look and see, because I looked this up. Nestle makes lean cuisine and hot pockets. And I don't know if you eat that. Maybe if you have kids that eat the hot pockets, but I know a lot of people love those lean cuisine meals. And if I eat frozen food, I do eat the lean cuisine. Now they have launched this drink that is supposed to suppress your appetite, and it's supposed to work like a GLP-1. It says the shake is called the Boost Pre-Meal Hunger Support, and it is to be consumed 30 minutes before your meal. It reminds me of that one shake you had to eat before breakfast and dinner, and then you could have a healthy breakfast and lunch, and you could have a healthy dinner. Slim Fast, wasn't that the name of the shake where you had to drink the 2 shakes and then you could eat dinner? But you eat that, you drink it 30 minutes before a meal, and it's aimed at people taking GLP-1 meds or other weight loss medications. The rollout started last month. So has anybody tried this? I had never heard of it. You get an increased natural GLP-1. How about that? A natural GLP-1, which helps in controlling the feeling of you being hungry. And if you just look at this, let's go back. I'm going to share my screen again. If you just look at this, look at the container, and let's see. Let's see, where is it? Nestle, here we go. Here's Nestle. I don't know if you can see that. It has 10 grams of protein, 45 calories, 1 gram of sugar. It's fat-free, but I don't know what flavor this is. I couldn't make that out. I should have looked up what flavors they come in. And they have health science, so that makes you think they really, really researched some things. This one's it says the mocha flavor, so I guess that's probably the only flavor they have going on now. The mocha flavored boost shot is marketed toward consumers using GLP-1 drugs or other medications to help lower their weight. It is not intended to replace the drugs, and it is less powerful than the medications, according to Nestle, which I would imagine so. So let me know, have you guys heard of this? Has anybody tried it? What's up with that? I just thought interesting. Let's add that back to our stage here. Okay, so what are you guys saying in the comments? Nadia says, what Mindy said, some of them are 9 months from now. Okay. I have some from Hollandale Pharmacy. I think Fridays was offering longer. Okay, so Hollandale, Fridays. What the heck? How does that work? 1 month out versus 9 months out. Yeah. So so maybe it's a preservative, like Mindy was saying, that they're adding to it. So if you're adding that preservative to it, that's gonna make it last longer. So you might want to ask, what's in that preservative that's making it last longer? If I'm sure you can ask questions. Kim J says, I went to the vitamin shop today and saw a whole section stating the items were dedicated for people on GLP-1s. Oh my goodness gracious. It's in the vitamin shop. That is too funny. Duh, thanks, Mindy. I didn't think of that. That's okay. No, it's okay. I don't think that's a duh. I think that was a great question. Turtle Diary said, hey, it depends on what state you are in, etc. We all get meds from different pharmacies, even if you are with the same telehealth. It's very complicated, huh? So what do you mean by that? If you're in this with the same telehealth company, if I'm in Ohio and you're in California, we may have different medications, huh? From the compounds. Is that what you're saying? Val from Virginia, Empower Pharmacy no longer has, or I'm sorry, Empower Pharmacy has longer BUDs. Okay, I never heard of them before. How long is Hallandale? Kim M is asking. Natural GLP-1 is not a real thing. The GLP-1 in our body only lasts 1 to 3 minutes. Oh, they're gonna market that so people can think, oh, okay, this is natural. So when they put the word natural in front of it, some people get duped by that. The Turtle Diary says weight loss. I'm sorry, the Turtle Diaries weight loss is her channel. I reached out to Red Rock and I'm in California. They told me 3 months on shelf unopened. Okay, Red Rock is another one I used to hear about. Haven't heard about them in a while. Okay. Eating any food causes GLP-1 to be produced. Yes. She says, yes, it was Slim Fast. Yeah, I remember that company used to say that. Val says, if you look on the vial or prescription instruction sheet, it will tell you. I'm not sure about Hallandale. I haven't used them. Healthy Spirit Podcast says, I feel like everyone is just saying GLP-1 to market. You literally get a boost of GLP-1 no matter what you eat. That's what our meds do. It's making the sensation last. That's just twisting the truth. Yes, $4. Yes, it is. I saw that and I thought, well, you get an increase in natural GLP-1. Okay. Natural. Val says the funny thing about tirzepatide is if something doesn't taste good, like these frozen foods, my brain rejects it and it's not eaten. Yeah, and I still like food that tastes good too, where I can enjoy it to a degree. KM says, how do you switch compounding pharmacies if you are currently using certain telehealth companies that uses a pharmacy without a long BUD? So who can help her out with that? Probably the Turtle Diaries, maybe, and Mindy is very knowledgeable too. All you guys, if you're on compounds, you probably are very knowledgeable about that. Debbie says, Boost is usually high in calorie for people who can't eat. So they're capitalizing on GLP-1s. Yes, and I just remember us when I was live on Wednesday recommending this to someone who is struggling to eat, recommending Boost or Ensure. And then when I turned around and saw that, I thought, wow, they are really trying to, cover the market, I would say. Mindy says certain pharmacies can only ship to certain states, so telehealth companies use multiple pharmacies. Okay. That makes sense. At KM, ask your telehealth company for that information. That's what I was thinking. They should be able to provide that. At KM, they tell you which pharmacies are available to your state. KM says, Mindy, I use the same one as the Downsize, so I'm at the mercy of who they use. The Turtle Diaries, are you Sweet Tea? I want to make sure I subscribe to the correct channel. Yes, and she just changed her name earlier today. She was given the advice to change her name so we could find her easily. Because I also thought, I know AP Sweet Tea just from you coming to, the lives, but I also connect your channel with the Turtle Diary. So I thought that was great advice to change your name. So we can find you. Yes, KM, you don't get to choose. You get why you get what you get. I think she meant to put. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, I am AP Sweet Tea, but the community voted on Twan's this morning, and I changed it not to confuse everyone. Ha ha ha. Yes. Yeah, I thought that was good. I thought it was good because Twan was trying to find you. She could not, and some other people said they couldn't find you. They were looking high and low. Jazzy says Empower Pharmacy is good. They ship up here in Michigan. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Nadia says, yes, I remember. Okay, I got it right. Yay. Very good. So yeah, so those are our hot topics. I wanted to also say, and I didn't, put this, I didn't say this in a slide, but there was someone in our community, I don't know if she's listening now or not, but who said that she was going to stop, being a part of the community and just being as involved because she was feeling very kind of down in the dumps because she said that coming to these lives and coming to the different content creators, she was comparing herself, and she felt that it was really just bringing her down, and she had 20, I want to say she said she had 20 more pounds to lose, and she just thought she's just going to turn off social media and focus on herself. And so, and of course, that's great. I remember us all encouraging her. She said that on one of my lives. I want to say it might have been last Wednesday or possibly Sunday, not this Wednesday, just past the Wednesday before that. I go live every Wednesday at 8. I might move it to 8:30, and I go live every Sunday at 2. That's going to be my weekly update. And I remember her saying that, and that just broke my heart. That made me really sad. And of course, we encouraged her to take the time out she needed. While we were, in the live. And later on, of course, I thought about it as I was reflecting, and it just really made me sad that somebody was comparing themselves. And, I'm going to be honest with you guys and share something. When I first started my GLP-1 journey and just getting on YouTube and talking about it, I used to go in people's lives. This is when I was just audio. I hadn't showed my face yet. And I would go in people's lives and, I would comment and, say things. And when I would say my weight loss, at this point, I didn't get on, I didn't start my channel until the end of June, or close to the end of June. So I'm 5 months, being a content creator, going on 6 months. But I remember when I would go in those lives and I would say, oh, I'm 38 pounds down. People would say, they would cheer for other people, like, oh yeah, you're 60 pounds down. Oh yeah, you're 50 pounds down. And then when I would say my 30, because I started off, I was 30. And I'm telling you, the reception I got was just like, oh, great. But it wasn't like that, rah, rah, yay, yay, yay. And I get it. When you lose 50 pounds, that's a milestone. When you lose 100 pounds, that's a milestone. I mean, you cannot beat that. I remember and to me, 30 pounds was a milestone for me. And I remember I made a video about losing 30 pounds. Like that was at 6 months. I'm definitely a turtle in this game, but that's okay. And so at that point, I had lost 30 pounds. And I remember, I don't even think people thought that was a milestone. Like no one said it, but, I just remember thinking, and I wonder if people even think this is a milestone because it's 30 pounds. And so, I just thought that makes me sad. I want us to normalize, celebrating people. And the fact that people say, and sometimes in the chat, oh, I've only lost, 20 pounds. I screenshot a comment, and somebody wrote that she had lost, I want to get this right. I may not get it right, but this lady said, and this was not one on of any of our channels that I can remember, but this lady, and I thought I took a screenshot, but this lady made a comment and said, is this it? I don't know. She made a comment and said that she lost, I want to say she said she lost 10 pounds in 2 months. And she was so discouraged with herself, and she thought that she didn't even know she was going to continue on the medication because she thought she didn't think she was doing a good job. And I thought 20 pounds, 10 pounds in 2 months is excellent. 20 pounds in 2 months is excellent. When have you lost 20 pounds in 2 months or 10 pounds in 2 months before? And when have you lost that before? And, and I don't think people think of it. I've also, been in some Facebook groups, and I've been in some, other groups, and people have said, I lost, I'm on month 3 and I was expecting to be down 40 pounds by now. That is just unrealistic weight loss to me. Most bodies aren't built like that. And if they are, the person or the people and a person who I know who's losing weight at that rate is, also taking a fat booster. They're working out every day. They're working out all the time. And so you have to start thinking about that when you're comparing yourself to somebody else. And I'm guilty of it too. When I first started, and that, like I said, what really sparked me to be like that is when I would go into these lives and I would say, oh, I lost 30 pounds. And somebody would say, how long you been on? And I would say, or taking the medication, I would say 6 months. And it wasn't that like, yay, go for it, giving people, props. And I don't think it was meant to be mean, but I noticed it. And so I don't want to do that here. I really want to celebrate people. Everybody is not going to lose 100 pounds. That's my goal. Who knows if I'll get there? But I'm going to get there slow and steady. I will get there. And, I know someone who, she started before, after I started, and her weight loss is double mine. And she's almost 10 years older than me. She might be 10 or 11 years older than me. And so, but we have different stories. She's, been athletic and kind of working out, and, and her body is just different than mine. And so, and I had to think about that, when I had to think about that when I was starting to try to compare myself to her, because I like to look at people who are in the same age range as me, because age does make a difference. Now, there are some people who are 70 and 75, 80. If you go on these YouTube streets, you'll see they have nice bodies. They have been bodybuilding, they've been, really taking good care of themselves. So, for some people, age, it's not going to make a difference with how you look. But for most of us, age is going to make a big difference. And when I saw this lady was 11 years older than me, I thought, I got to step it up. And then I thought to myself, no, I don't. I got to go at my pace and do what I'm doing. So, it's just, I just feel bad. I feel bad that, we all want to be supportive, but just seeing other people and how they lose is really, making some people depressed. And so, and not that we shouldn't celebrate our victories either, because like I said, I think 50 pounds is a lot. I think, 30 pounds when I was at 30 pounds lost is a lot. I even think 10 pounds, when I lost 10 pounds, I was jumping for joy. I was excited. And it is true, though, when you start looking at some of these other videos and you see how people are losing, you think, what am I doing wrong? And so, I just want us to just, and continue to motivate each other. I don't want to say the person's name because, maybe she says she will be watching in the background. So hopefully she's watching this and she'll come back. But if, she's not ready, she's not ready. But I just want you guys to really not compare ourselves to each other. We should not be doing that. My weight loss is probably at this average now. If I take into consideration the weeks, it might not even be a pound a week, but healthy weight loss is I'm still within that range. a half a pound to 2 pounds a week. If you're losing more than that, great. And that's good for you. And I think that's amazing. Like, let's not discount that either. But let's just normalize like losing weight slow. Some people on these medications get on the medications and they don't have guidance, from a doctor. And I even saw this girl, in a Facebook group. This is in the summer when I was on those Facebook groups. I had to give most of those up. But the Facebook group, the girl had made a comment like, oh, I ate an egg today. She said she ate an egg. She ate some turkey sausage, and she drank a protein shake. And she wanted to know, she was keeping her calories under 1,000. And I said to myself, now who is advising this girl? She was a younger person, and I want to say she said she was 20 something. And she was just so excited about being on this GLP-1. But I said, boy, is she misguided? And, of course, people were telling her, you can eat more than that. But some people were encouraging it. Some people were encouraging her to eat less than 1,000 calories a day. That is going to tear up your metabolism. It just is, especially at her age when she's young and her metabolism is probably not as whacked out as, mine would be in the same position at 52. And, and some people were giving her great advice, but some people were saying, oh yeah, 1,000 calories. And, I never forget, I went to this weight loss doctor here. He was so popular. He's since passed on, but we were on 1,000-calorie diet. And he also gave you a B12 injection so you could have some energy. And, at the time I was young. I didn't realize, that I shouldn't be doing that. And I just know I was getting results and looking good. But that probably was one of the diets that really jacked up my metabolism. And so, and, of course, when you're seeing results, you're thinking about that second. So, I would just say, anybody out there that's listening, slow and steady is great. Now, if you're going faster than slow and steady, that's okay too. I think, comparison is the thief of joy. Whatever works for one person doesn't have to work for you. And I think we have to, to realize that. And, yeah, we're going to celebrate everybody's journey. I think that's important. But when somebody comes on here and says they lost 20 pounds, and you guys are good about that, but remind me, people who talk to me, outside of the lives, remind me to just be just as enthusiastic about those 20 pounds lost in 5 months or 6 months as I am about those 50 pounds being lost in those 100, because like I said, that really made me sad that she felt that, she just wasn't up to par because so many people have been losing. And, it's taken me 9 months to get to 52 pounds. It's taken me 9 months to get there. I haven't been on a fast journey. And, I don't take anything else. I'm not taking a fat booster. I'm not taking anything else to support, my weight loss. And I know some people are. So you got to really think about that. Some people are taking appetite suppressants along with a GLP-1. And so they might have a faster weight loss than you. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay. And I'm not against doing that. I just don't do it. And that's another thing I want us to, when somebody says they don't do something, that doesn't mean we think bad about you if you do it. I think if you're taking that fat booster and that's helping you, you're taking something for extra energy and that's helping you, go for it. But I don't take any of those things too. And I had to think about that. I'm not taking that, and I'm not I'm not exercising, as much as some people are either. And so, like I said, even for me, I have to kind of remind myself. So those people, like I said, that talk to me outside of this platform, the content creators on here, you'll remind me, celebrate those people that come on here and say only 20 pounds, only 15 pounds, because that's, when was the last time have you lost that? Now, I do realize people are paying a lot of money for these medications. And so you could be disappointed to only lose, 10 pounds in 2 months because you're thinking you're going to lose it so fast. But again, I'm going to tell you that's kind of unrealistic. It really is. It's unrealistic. And I think you got to go into this. If you're, new out there, you're considering this, you start in January or, whatever your status is, you got to consider that, It's good. It might be slow and steady for you. It might not be quick as you thought. It may not. And I think we have to realize that that is okay. So let's go in the chat. Let me go in the chat and see what people are saying. Um, let's see. Okay. Um, let's see. KM says, thanks, Minnie. Just started this journey 2 weeks in. All this, oh, I can't read it. All this is a bummer if I can't continue. I know it's a bummer, but that's okay. I have faith that we're gonna do it. You're gonna stay on it, Kim. I just think things are gonna work out. Um, I'm praying for that. Great topics, Dee Dee. Thank you. Thank you. Look, the hot topics of the GLP-1 community. KM, you will be fine. Just keep ordering when you can. You have all of us for support. Yes, you do, for sure. At Kim, I think Moochie will stay, and that's why they recently changed the dosage. Okay. Mindy says, thanks, LD. Has to be very helpful too. Okay. Val from Virginia says, yes, keep calm and order when you can. Very good. You guys you were dropping some gems, I love to say. I mean, great, information for anyone out there that's, going through this with the compounds in the news. And like I said, people got all worked up before, and look what happened. Look what happened. It worked out. So let's just keep the faith. Hey, Downsizing Diva, I love the way we celebrate all the wins. Slow and steady is the way. Yes, 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 because I'm a turtle too, and I'm proud. I'm a proud turtle. But I also am proud of the people that are just dropping, weight, fast and, doing it how they want to do it. It's all about you. Like, your weight loss journey is truly all about you. Mindy says, we never say only when talking about weight loss. We work hard for every pound. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I agree. Thanks all. I appreciate your help. Yeah, I thought they were very helpful. I learned a lot too, listening, because I'm not on compound, so I'm learning with you. Kim J says, any loss is worth celebrating no matter how fast or slow it comes off. I celebrate with you. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, Kim J. Healthy Spirit Podcast. I hope you're subscribed to her channel. She's also a content creator. She says, I am working out all the time and averaging 1 to 2 pounds a week. But we see your muscles, though. I think you're getting some muscles in there, too. But thank you for that. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you, Simply Taisha. She said you'll get there. Yeah, I'm on that 100-pound weight loss journey. And like I said, it may happen in another year. Who knows? But I'll take it. I'll take it. Kim J says, yes, DD, continuous comparisons can be a killer of joy. Oh my goodness, yes. KM says 1.5 down after week 1. Slow and steady, baby, until I can get the meds, until I can't get those meds anymore. Yes, I think that's awesome. That is good. 1 week. I love it. I love it. Remember, a half a pound to 2 pounds a week is great. So you're at a good start. Either way, it's more than we are losing before the medication. I agree. It is. It is. Simply Taisha, amen, sis. Amen, says the Turtle Diaries. I love it. Healthy weight loss, so good. Yeah, we all want to have that healthy weight loss. And then they also talk about hanging skin. And, I know if you lose a significant amount, it's bound to happen, especially the older you are. If you had children already, your skin doesn't always snap back. But I think if you're adding that muscle, you're going to help yourself. You're going to help yourself with that. So losing slow and doing that strength training with your body weight or, weights is great. Oh, Simply Taisha. Yeah, everybody is agreeing with you. Healthy Spirit Podcast says, yes, it's natural to compare, but we can't let it get to us. I'm happy about my 1.2. I am building muscle. And like Sweet Tea said in her B-Day video, I am liking what I see when I walk past a mirror. Yes, that's so true. And isn't that important that you like what you see? I love that. That's great advice. Okay, it scrolled down really far. Um, Joanne to Success. She's also a content creator. Go check out her channel as well. She says, "Me too at Healthy Spirit Podcast, but I know it's because my body is still in diabetic mode. It's going to take longer." That's another great point that I, you know, haven't mentioned too, is I'm also diabetic and I'm perimenopausal. So I have perimenopausal. So I have all those things going on as well too. And you tend to lose slower. But I think if you really cut out those carbs, like I haven't cut the carbs, like, this person I was comparing myself to, that's another thing. She has really cut out carbs. She's very little carbs, and I have not done that. I have not done that. I try to eat less than 100, but I'm usually between 80 and 100. So I'm not what they consider really low carb. Um, so Joanne says, "Losing my first 100 pounds was a long journey." 100 pounds, that's right. How much have you lost in total? That is so awesome. Um, it was a long journey. How long did it take? Because I want people to know, when you're losing 100 pounds, that's not going to happen quick. That happens over time. Um, just like all of it. And I think, just like these meds remind me of here's a regular weight loss journey too, because on a regular weight loss journey, and I'm saying regular without the GLP-1 medication, you lose really fast at the beginning, most people, and not all, but a lot of people. And then it slows down once your body starts figuring out what you're doing. Your body's trying to hold on to all it can. And so then you're not losing as fast. And so I think we have to also keep that in mind. At the beginning, it might be a little faster, and then it's going to slow down. So that's why lifestyle changes are needed, because when it slows down and the medication isn't suppressing your appetite, and you want to be like me and go up slowly, because I'm just hitting 10 milligrams right now, and I know some people don't even get to 10. So, it's like, you just kind of have to have those lifestyle changes to kick in. And it's going to hit the point where it is going to be slow and steady at some point. KM, some people don't lose anything for the first month or two, so you are doing great. Yes, that's true. That's true. And people have gotten very discouraged. Now, I can see, though, just imagine paying $550 for this medication. And unless it's, because your A1C, I'm telling you, if you have diabetes, your A1C on Ozempic really works well for that. Wegovy also, but also, Mounjaro and tirzepatide really helps with that A1C coming down. So, when people always say, "Well, I didn't lose, and I'm paying all this money," if you're a diabetic, I think it's still worth it to lower that A1C. Now, if you're on it just for the weight loss and you're not seeing weight loss, I can see why people would, be worried about that. That's a worry. You're paying that much money. And then I would just make some changes, add that protein, before you, go up, cut some of those carbs, add more veggies, add more fiber, add more fruit. Maybe go, picking up that protein with maybe not some meat sources, but beans that have those complex carbs and the fiber. It's other things you could do besides go right to titrating up, unless, you're under a doctor's care who's making you do that. Somebody said that earlier, that the doctor, was moving them along. KM says, "Mindy, yeah, thanks. Didn't know that." Simply Taisha, "I believe the faster the weight loss, the more muscle loss. At least that was my experience." Yeah, when you lose it fast, your body's eating up that muscle. So that is true. That is true. But even if it happened to you, because you've been doing the weights for a while, and we can see your arms are looking good, your abs are coming in there. I don't know if you have a 6-pack, a 4-pack, a 8-pack, a 12-pack. I'm not sure what yours is called. Taisha, but you look great. And so, yeah, you're going to lose that muscle. But I don't think people are thinking about the muscle right away. They're just thinking about weight, and slimming down. At Healthy Spirit Podcast, okay, celebrate your cute self. Ha, 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 ha. That's cute. Wendy says, "I lost 6 pounds in a month. I was so happy. Yay for me. Yay, Wendy. 6 pounds in a month. That is great. That is great. I love that. 6 pounds in a month. We'll take that. I don't know if I even have ever, just here recently when I was on that Thanksgiving, I was looking, it was a month out when I said I was at 41 pounds, and I ended up getting to, I ended up losing, I want to say 10 or 11 pounds in a little, like a month, a little, it might have been a month, or maybe a week over. So I picked up that pace to get to that goal, but I was not losing that fast. I think the most I've ever lost is 8 pounds. And was that the first month? I have to go back and look at my, I was keeping track really well, and I picked that back up. So I have to go back and look, but I think 6 pounds is excellent. Sorry, I haven't been as interactive. I procrastinated with my ab workout and just finished. Oh, yeah. So what do you have? A 6-pack, 8-pack, 4-pack? I don't know what kind of pack you have, but I know I love it. KM says, way to get it done, Taisha. Yes, like she is consistent. Consistency is key. A good job at Wendy Howard. Yes, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Also, Kim J says, we must count our scale and non-scale victories. They are all blessings. Yes, the enemy wants us to be down on ourselves. We will win, slow, fast, or somewhere in between. We're in a better position. I agree. So you might be in a better position with the weight. It could be the blood pressure. It could be not having sleep apnea anymore. It could be your A1C going down. There's so many great things happening. It could be healing your kidneys. You may be somebody who is benefiting in that way. So there are so many non-scale victories, and so I wonder if the person who is comparing herself, if she's had a lot of those, because even if you're not, your scale victories aren't, where you want them to be, hopefully your non-scale victories are. And I say those non-scale victories keep me going, when I'm not losing. So, you guys know tomorrow is my weigh-in day. I'll be reporting at 2, my weekly weigh-in day. And I don't know if I lost. This week was, I'm on vacation now, and so it was so many sweets and goodies. I bought donuts again for my December birthdays. I told you I buy donuts for my students for their birthdays. And we only had these 2 December birthdays. So I brought 3 donuts, and one of them I gave to my co-teacher who I team with. And then the other 2, I gave to the students. I did not buy one, but I did buy a muffin. I actually had a protein Pop-Tart, a high protein Pop-Tart, and I did not like it. So I ended up buying a muffin, and I ate that. And so, but it wasn't the donut that's fried and dough. And I just saw it, and I looked at the calories, and I looked at the ingredients, and I thought, if I had to go with something, I'm going to go with this muffin. So who knows how it affected my weight loss? When I'm weighing in tomorrow, I had some other little treats along the way. One of, a little person I know had a birthday, and they had this little cupcake. And she asked me to eat the cupcake. And I said, no, honey. I said, I don't really want a cupcake. And she said, oh, please, it would make me so happy. And she's like, it's bite-sized. And it kind of was. So I took the frosting off, which is a non-scale victory that I did that. I took the frosting off, and I actually ate it with her. We did like a little cheers. And so, I have had some snacks that I'm not used to having, but that's okay. Tomorrow I'm hoping not to gain. If I don't gain more than a pound, I'm considering that a non-scale victory. So yeah, come with me tomorrow at 2, and let's see what's going on with this weight. Beverly says, I got a 90-day supply of my Wegovy on Friday just because I don't know what I'm gonna go through with Blue Cross come 2025. That is smart. That is smart. And I did the same thing. I got my 90-day supply, but remember, when I went to get my 90-day supply of my 10 milligram Mounjaro, the pharmacist said they only had 1 box instead of the 3. And I said, was that due to my insurance? And they said, no, it's because we don't have it in. So she said, well, we'll have it next week. So of course, next week came, they sent me a text message that it had, came in, they called, let me know. And so, my pharmacy is great. It's Walgreens. And, one thing I was telling someone else who commented in the comment section. I was telling them that my pharmacy, I think their customer service there is A plus. I mean, if they don't have your medication, they tell you the other Walgreens you can go to. They tell you the address. They let you know the other pharmacist name if they, know the pharmacist's name. They give you the phone number. And they tell you how far out do you want to know, just in case you have to drive. And I haven't had to do that since April when it was a shortage, when that first shortage for me kicked in. And so, but I just thought that was awesome, 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 awesome. So I know people have had experiences where the pharmacists have not been nice, or some people have said they felt like the pharmacist was trying to like hold on to the medication. I've never felt that. This pharmacy has been A1 from day one. And so I give them an A plus. So good for you for getting that 90-day supply. I mean, I guess that's the takeaway for it tonight is to stock up if you can. And if you're, on the compound and you're dealing with a compound pharmacist or pharmacy, you need to ask questions, ask them about, expiration dates and how long, can you keep that 30-day supply going? If you're splitting your dose, someone said, that might go past the 28 days because you've opened the vial. And someone says, use at your own risk. So I mean, all those questions are great for whoever you're getting your medication from. I would ask a ton of questions. I would write it down. I would be prepared with follow-ups with whatever they tell me. Because we gotta get to work here so we can keep it going. Brown Velvet, love that name. I lost a ton the first 2 weeks. Then I averaged 1 pound a week since then. It was group like this that made me understand 1 to 2 pounds is a good rate. Thank you for sharing that. That makes me feel better because sometimes you don't know if people are getting that message or not. I mean, sometimes you just don't know. Okay, sorry. I'm in a room, you guys probably think like, oh, she has a cold. I'm in a room where my heat is on, and I'm trying to preserve the heat for my daughter who's 7, and she gets cold easier than me than I do. And so I think like the dust and whatever goes on, it's kind of getting to me. I don't really have a cold per se. So yeah. I think I lost there's so many comments. Let me go back. Okay. Simply Taisha says, KM, thank you. I want to say, Brown Velvet, again, thank you for sharing that. That makes me feel a lot better because, when I just heard somebody was getting discouraged by comparing themselves, I really just wanted us to talk about that and, offer hope to people who don't think they're losing fast enough. And like you said, you lose fast at the beginning and then it slows down, but 1 to 2 pounds is great. And then another thing I didn't say earlier is we don't know what shape your body was in when you started that GLP-1. Nobody knows. I don't know what shape Simply Taisha was in. I don't know what shape Beverly was in. I don't know what shape Kim J was in. I just know what shape my body was in. So to compare that, it's not even a fair comparison because we just don't know. We don't know exactly what everybody else had going on. So I think that was a great comment. Belle from Virginia, my girl, she says, yep, yep, there are turtles. There are rabbits among us. We will make it our goal and maintain. I do want to be more consistent working out. Cold weather is hindering my outdoor walks. Gym is my goal. Very good. Well, at least you know it. You're aware and you have a goal. And I think that's amazing. So hopefully, Val, you're coming to, anybody out there listening and YouTube land, we're having, I'm hosting a GLP-1, what did we call that? A vision board party on January 1st, New Year's Day. And so we're going to be setting goals. We're going to be making vision boards. We're going to come with the vision board and share it out. So I'm going to hopefully get people to come on stage and share their vision board. Of course, I'm going to share mine. I've had some people lined up who said they want to share. They don't mind coming on to share. So anybody in the GLP-1 community, if you want to share, I'm going to talk more about this on Christmas Day. I'm going live on Christmas Day. And you might be saying, why is she going live on Christmas Day? Because Wednesday is my day and I want to stay consistent to it. And so, consistency, just like on a weight loss journey. I feel like with being a content creator is key. And unless I'm sick or I have a family emergency or my daughter has a school event, I'm just going to stay consistent to my Wednesday, 8:30 maybe. I might change the time when the new year starts. And my 2 o'clock on Sundays, I want to stay true to that. So we're going to be setting those goals. And I can tell you, I have an exercise goal, Val, as well. KM says, Taisha, how do you get a KM in the orange box? How do you get a KM in the orange box? I'm not sure what that means, but maybe Taisha does. How did I do that? She said, I'm replying from my laptop, so I put the @ sign and typed your name. Oh, okay. She's talking about how to add somebody. That's all I do too, is put the @ sign and then type the name. KM, so adding the @ does it. And then Mindy says, Wendy, that's great. And Joanne, wowza. Joanne, that's awesome. You have to tell us what's your total loss. I can't remember, but we want to celebrate. Anybody's loss, we want to celebrate. At Val, you don't need a gym. I work out at home. Many of us do. Taisha 2.0 Mommy, Twan, to name a few. Downsizing Diva. Now, I don't show my working out, but I do work out. Start where you are. Just move a little bit more each day. Okay, very good. Very good. See, Healthy Spirit Podcast, you're not counting my working out because I'm not using weights and talking about a program, but I am doing things at home. One day I was talking to Alonda on the phone, and I know I said I don't work out at first, but I wasn't counting because I was doing like those strength training things. And but I was talking to Alonda on the phone one day, and I was telling her, we were talking about exercise and working out. And my daughter was like, Mom, I can show her. I have my Peloton treadmill. I have the weighted ball that you can go back and forth, and work your stomach. I have a stepper. I have a vibrating plate. I have anything you can name except for maybe an elliptical machine. I had a Peloton bike and I didn't like it. So I am getting that workout in too, but I'm not working. I feel like I'm not, doing like a program or something. So I think I'm going to pull out my old Tybo tapes because like I said, I don't really enjoy what I'm doing. Like, I don't love it. I want to work out where I love it. I used to go to this group exercise class. And the girl used to call me Shea Boogie, and the leader of it. I don't know what she was called, the trainer. And I love going there. My friends were there. We had a good workout. It was kickboxing related. I love all things kickboxing. And so I missed that kind of group fitness. I love doing that. And that's when I was working out, faithfully. And I probably wasn't always eating the best. Another thing that derailed me during that time is I got in a relationship. So that kind of took my focus off weight loss. And I said, this time I'm not letting dating interfere with my weight loss, because I've done that in the past. You get comfortable and all of that. So, but anyway, thank you for offering that. Healthy Spirit Podcast, because you can exercise at home. You can. KM, thanks at Simply Taisha. She says you got it. Yeah, these typos. I'm so bad with the typos. I think you need to be on your computer to tag people. Oh, okay. Yours didn't get an orange box. Now, Healthy Spirit Podcast, I wanted to ask you, since you that just prompted me to remember. You said you had told me in the comments that if you're watching, on your TV, you said that you can make a comment. And so you're talking about from your TV screen, you can make a comment in a live. I guess I'm confused by that because I don't know how that would work out. Is there some kind of special thing you need to be using? I don't know. Can you help us with that? KM says yours didn't get an orange box. I don't know what the orange box is. Kim J says, good advice, Dee Dee. Thank you. Kim J, 6 pounds. Awesome, Wendy. Wendy, that is awesome. Very good. Simply Taisha, I did. I really like that feature. Okay, and then Jazz is laughing. Jazzy. I have a friend named Jazzy MDG. I call her Jazzy J. Her name is Jasmine. Really like a sister. You know, she's awesome. But you remind me every time I see her, that Jazzy, you remind me of her. At Healthy Spirit Podcast, you're so right. I think I need to work out like Simply Taisha with that lady who does the short rate trader videos. I love how you said the short training videos, because that's what's gonna get me sticking with CC, is that they are short, right? That she was smart to do that. I love that. That is awesome. And you said I work from home, so I can get away with at the gym too. Okay, so you work from home, so yeah, that might even be more helpful. She says, Simply Taisha says she loves CC's workouts. Joe says, I'm going to say Joe. Joe says, yes, my A1C is at 6.0 with weight plateau. So my doctor put you on 7.5 milligrams of Mounjaro to try to titrate up to 15 for weight loss. Unless I start losing, then I will stay at that dosage. Okay. So they want to move you up. You're on 7.5. So why don't you, they want you to go up to 15. Yeah, you know, research shows that that's where that top weight loss took place. Now, we know different now that people are losing without moving up, but everybody is different. You might be one of those people who need the top doses. And, you know, I could be too. You know, if I could stay at 10 or even go back down as I get closer, you know, wanting to get to that 100 pounds, but that might not be in the cards for me. So we shall see. KM says, Val from Virginia, if you could get to gym, great. If not, then use CC at home. Yes, I agree. Great A1C, Joanne. Congrats. Yes. And I think that's, you know, I'm at 6.1. I think it's 6. Is that still in the pre-diabetic range? You know, so yeah, you're close to getting out of that though. Val says, Simply Taisha, thank you for saying the name. I've forgotten the name. We'll still watch that video you did. Yes, yeah. On the C, what's her name? Workouts with CC or C. Y'all are great. I absolutely do the weights without at home. Weights workout at home, I should say, because I need to be more consistent and that will help me. Yes, it will. Oh, thank you. That's so Raina. You're welcome, Val, and it's all good. I have a turtle and 2 rabbits. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. She used that turtle and rabbit analogy. I love that. Oh, that's so Raina. She's giving hearts. Hitting the like button and signing off. I gotta bake Christmas cookies, my kids. Oh, happy holidays. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I forgot to keep saying hit the like button, hit the like button. I need to get a moderator. I don't know how to get one on this. DD, my shape was round. Okay, wait a minute. What do you mean by your shape was round? Like round, like, well, I think that's my shape now. But you know, I love when people have a round shape and then they lose and start to get like that kind of Coke bottle, like that, you know, going in their waist. And I remember when I was in my 230s, I started to get that. So I'm looking forward to getting that back. Is that what you meant, Jazzy? Good evening, ladies. I'm a turtle. Huh? Hey, Mary. I'm glad you joined us. Yes, this is the turtle crew. Some of us. Um, Joe is saying hi, Mary. KM says I have the free version of the app Fit On. There are loads of workout videos on that. You know, I have that too, and it's on my TV. I see that. I think I even have it on my phone, and I've never used it. I don't know why I've never used it, but I just have it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. Hi, Mary Cobb. You are among friends, and yes, she is. Oh gosh. Hello, all. Just coming in. Has anyone tried the new boost drinks? And you're talking about. We talked about those too. The GLP-1 friendly, the natural GLP-1. I have it up on the screen. How about that? I forgot about that. Yeah. So has anybody actually tried those? I don't know if anybody said. Raina says, I used to love Zumba. I used to love Zumba too. But there are certain workouts that I like. I don't like them all. Like I like certain type of music when I'm dancing. Or I guess it is kind of like a dance, jazzercise, or Zumba. It reminds me of a dance, some of them. It reminds me of jazzercise a little bit too. But has anybody ever done jazzercise? That used to be a thing, and I haven't heard a lot about it. Zumba classes used to be everywhere, and I haven't heard much about Zumba at the local gyms like I used to. But so yeah, I used to love those too. So Joe says her highest weight was 340. Current is 233, 107 pounds lost. A 10-year journey. 10 years. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm just going to give you an A plus, 10 stars. Awesome job for just that fortitude, that keeping up with that 10 years. I mean, I think Debbie also talks about how she lost her weight over, I want to say she said a 10-year journey as well. Am I right about that, Debbie? I don't know if she's still on here, but I just call that excellent, excellent, excellent for not giving up on yourself. That is amazing. I absolutely love that. And so if we calculated your average, it's not going to be 2 or the 3 pounds a week if we calculated your 10-year journey. So I think that is motivation for us all, that we just need to be consistent over time and not consistent so fast. Thank you for sharing that. Healthy Spirit Podcast says when you log in on your TV, open the app on your phone, and it connects. So the app connects to your phone. So that you mean the YouTube app. There will be a rectangle on your phone that allows you to connect. You can add videos to play next and comment on your phone. Healthy Spirit Podcast, thank you. Woo-hoo, thank you. I mean, we were trying to figure out, Taisha and I, how to do that. We didn't know. So that is amazing. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that on Monday at Simply Taisha's live on Monday. Unless, there's something else I could try it on, I'm going to try it there. But thank you for that. Healthy Spirit Podcast says I do it from both my iPhone and my Samsung. So, okay, so I have an iPhone. I should be able to do that. That is so cool, but you have to connect it to the app. So I have to figure that out. Val from Virginia says, I missed the dance classes at the YMCA. It was a line dance class that guaranteed 1,000 calories burn. Dances like the wobble, cha-cha. It was so much fun, and we were drenched by the end. It was 60 minutes. Yes, and they have one at a recreation center that I know of. It's not the Y, but it's another rec. And they have that at the rec, near my house too. But it's a day I can't go. I can't go on that day. Let's see. Okay, let me go to the next comment. My daughter got excited about the YMCA. Nadia says, CC reminds me of Molly Shannon. Yes, a lady from Saturday Night Live, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, now I'll be looking at her and checking. Short training on Fit On. You can choose a workout based on time. I mean, how long your workout to be. Okay, all right. Oh, very good. Very good. I love that. Mary says, Joanne, hi. Mary is saying thank you. Use it. It's great. Okay, I'm going to check that out when I'm on my little vacation. Mary says, at Joanne, congratulations, Joanne. Debbie said, the gym has made a huge difference in my life. Not so much in the pounds, but inches. Yes. I'm glad you said that, because that is one of the things that is so true about working out, is that those inches do show up. Those are the non-scale victories that you really appreciate when that scale is not moving. And it's because we're losing inches. And I need to, track my inches. I'm waiting for, I don't know why I waited, but I'm waiting to my 100, my 1 year anniversary to do the inches. So I've, documented what I started, and I'm curious to see in a year's time what that looks like. Awesome success at Joe. Yes, that is awesome. Dee, that is how I comment most of the time if I'm not on my laptop. I said I didn't know how to comment from the actual TV. LOL. Okay, yes. But she said it's connected to the TV. So I didn't realize she was saying it was connected, because I thought you could do it from your TV. The way she put it, I thought that too, like it was from your TV. Okay, well, I didn't know about this app connecting. So, Taisha, you might have to help me with that if I can't get it. I should be able to get it though, because I think I'll be fine now that I have an idea of what it is. Yes, Debbie, I thought so. 10 years. So you two were on that long journey and that slow and steady pace. So just think, what if you had given up and you had not done it? I mean, what would happen? You wouldn't be where you are now. I think that is awesome. Debbie's also a content creator. Hopefully you're subscribed to her already. So before we get out of here, let's say, I don't know if anybody has anything else to add before we celebrate some losses. I really want to do that. And they don't have to be pounds. It could be non-scale victories, but I would love to celebrate people. If anybody else has any comments, that would be great. If anybody has any comments for anybody new that's starting out on their journey, we will take that too. Tomorrow I give my weekly update. I don't know where I will be, but I'll be reporting, no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to report that. So we shall see. We shall see. So anybody, celebrations, let's celebrate you. Anybody want to celebrate their losses? And I always put this in here. I'll start us off. I'm at 52 pounds down. I love that for myself. Okay, what is everybody else doing? And then my non-scale victory is taking the icing off of the cupcake before I ate it. It was also not eating a donut. And actually, you know what? I forgot to mention this. This shirt that I'm wearing now, this checkered shirt, it's so funny because this matches my phone. I don't know if you can see my phone. My phone case. I'm like, check it out. The plaid, I guess this is called plaid. This shirt, I cannot fit this shirt. Look at this shirt. Look at this shirt. I cannot fit this shirt months ago. So this shirt is a non-scale victory for me. I cannot fit this shirt at all. So I love that. I love that. And if you're maintaining, you're on maintenance, tell us about that too. The fact that you're maintaining is amazing because, that's what always got me. I would lose weight, Simply Taisha, and then I could not maintain it. So I love that. So I am 52 pounds down. Simply Taisha is maintaining 56 pounds lost. I love that for you. I love that. Awesome progress, Dee Dee. Thank you. Thank you. Taking the icing off the cupcake is my non-scale victory, and not eating a donut. Yes. Making a little bit of a better choice. I mean, it's not that great, but it is better. Beverly says, I have been on my first loading dosage of Wegovy 0.25. I'm 12 weeks in at 26.4 pounds down. I'm not moving. I'm going to stay there as long as I am losing. Yes, stay on that dose as long as you are losing. I think that's some of the best advice newer people can get. And you are doing an amazing job. That is awesome. 12 weeks in. Okay, very good. You are doing awesome. Keep up the great work. Beverly, yay. Healthy Spirit Podcast says, I fit into a pair of shorts that I have been saving for almost 30 years from high school. Amazing. Now that is a non-scale victory to be proud of too. Oh my goodness. I love that for you. That is awesome. Yes, everybody's giving you the celebration for that, and also for Beverly, who's doing an awesome job on that Wegovy. Good job, Dee Dee, and it overlapped. Yes. Oh, Brown Velvet is 20 pounds down and back up to walking 8,000 plus steps a day. Very good. That's another thing you could do too, is keep track of those steps. I don't know if you guys remember me saying months ago, I'm not a fan of like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or any of that, touching my skin and doing all that. I'm just not. But, and my phone keeps track of my steps when I'm holding my phone. But, I might change my mind. I always say a lady has a right to change her mind. So I may change my mind about getting that. But for right now, I don't know how many steps I'm walking. I just know I'm walking. I'm walking around, instead of like me parking, like I used to park right up. Now I'm not didn't have a handicap sticker or anything, but I used to park right up by the closest possible that I could get because I didn't want to walk. Now, if I will park, and my dad always says, you have a nice SUV, you need to park, no one should be hitting your car. You don't want somebody to open the door and hit your car. And so I never would do that because I didn't want to walk those extra steps. Now I park farther away because my goal is to get the steps in by any means necessary. Nadia, 36 pounds. I don't know if I celebrated this, but that is awesome. 36 pounds. I remember when I was 35, that was a milestone for me that I just was super excited about. So I hope you're excited about that too. 36 pounds is amazing. I love it. I love it. Taisha, great stuff. You're doing great on maintenance. Yes, maintain it is something to be said about that. I think it's almost harder to maintain. I know it was for me, to maintain a weight loss than to actually lose. So I'm giving her lots of props. Great non-scale victory. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. You are doing fabulous. Everybody is doing a great job. 21 pounds down. Awesome. DD, 56 pounds inspiring. Woohoo. Yes, now I'm 52. Who was at this 56? Simply Taisha was 56. So yeah, that's just amazing. 21 pounds down. I love it. You know, when I hit my 20-pound, that was a milestone for me too. I mean, I celebrated those milestones. 10 pounds, 20 pounds. And I wasn't making videos back then, but what else was I? 30 pounds. That was my first big milestone I celebrated as a content creator. So yeah, I'm always celebrating those milestones. I love it. 20 pounds is amazing. You all are awesome. Stay in the fight. I agree. KM says, I was talking about my shirt overlapping when you showed us how you fit now. Thank you. Yes, I just love that. And I could button it up. Before I did wear this when I couldn't fit it because it was like the theme at school. And I don't love how this looks, but on camera, but hey, I just wore it anyway. I had it on earlier today and I thought this doesn't look the best on the video, but I mean, hey, I don't care. I can fit it now, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, so I was just like, oh my gosh, now I can actually button it up and be proud of that. So I'm excited. Simply Taisha, thank you for stopping in. It has been a long day. It has been a long day. Good night, Taisha. She's saying, I'm looking forward to 5 pounds. And let's see. You'll get there. You will get there too. And I wonder I don't know if you told me earlier, but what was your goal, KM? And then who else I wanted to ask if they had a goal? Beverly and Brown Velvet. Do you ladies have goals that you're trying to reach, like a goal weight? I wasn't sure about that, if you guys had a goal weight. But I think that's amazing. I think that is amazing. All this weight loss that everybody's doing. So any more non-scale victories? I'm trying to think if I had anything else going on this week. This week was just a stressful week. I might have to go back and watch my own video about how stress really can wreck your weight loss. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video. Because, and stress also kind of hinders what's going on with your GLP-1 medication. So, if you are stressed, we got to find ways to beat the stress. And it's hard to do, right? Because sometimes we don't even realize how stressed we are. I think, especially, women and caretakers, men, women, anybody, it's just a stressful thing to be a provider. So if you're a male and you're providing for your family, if you're a female and you're the caretaker, the nurturer, all those are stressful jobs. If you are caring for someone sick, that's a stressful job. So we have a lot of stress going on, and I think we have to take better care of ourselves. We have to get that self-care. And I love that. There's a content creator. What is her name? I can't. She's not in here now. I know she said she was on vacation. She was not headed to vacation. She said in one of her videos she was going at her job, lifestyle for the living. She said she was going on vacation, not vacation, I keep saying vacation. She was going on a work trip. And a lot of her videos, she talks about self-care. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I need to really just like go back and watch another one of her videos again, because she really puts you in that self-care motivation mode. And I think we all need to be there. And I always say, if you're not, in great health or shape mentally and physically, it's hard to be there mentally and physically for someone else who you love and want to support. Kim J is 46 pounds down. Woohoo! You're almost close to that 52. And a number of non-skill victories. Okay, she's listing them. I love it. She's healthier. She's eating healthy. She's exercising. Her clothes either look better. Even some are too big now. I can also cross my legs. Seatbelt fit better when flying. Yes, and I love to bring up the crossing my legs thing, because that's a thing that when I couldn't do that anymore, that I miss that. And I just miss the being able to do it. And I thought, that's really going to be a reminder of when I get back into a better shape, is being able to cross my legs. That seatbelt, that is another one. Someone left me a comment after my video. If you haven't watched my 9-month review video, please go and check that out. You got to watch that from beginning to end. I mean, I really just lay out my journey and what it took for me to get here. Losing the 52 pounds, and just, all the non-skill victories and some of the struggles I've had. And I always talk about that seatbelt, because I'm telling you, my seatbelt experience, I never needed an extender, but just the idea of thinking every time that flight attendant would walk down the aisle, and it's on certain airlines, not all, I would just get so nervous and think that she was going to say, lady, you need an extender. And I remember this one time I was on a work trip, and it was actually through my union. And we were on this certain airline, and I couldn't, I felt like I had been on another airline previously. Before that, I went to Vegas. And it was on a different airline, things, buckled up, just normal, and then when I got on this flight, I'm thinking something is wrong with this seatbelt. Like, did they cut this off? Did they not make it as big? Am I in a toddler seat? Like, what is going on? And I could not get it buckled. And I just felt myself like sweating, of course I'm, with people from, coworkers. I wasn't with my, my regular crew of friends. I mean, those are friends, but I was so embarrassed. And at the last minute, that lady, sometimes I could cover up my, put my shirt over the seatbelt if I thought I couldn't buckle it or it was going to be too tight. But this time, that lady was checking. She was telling people to hold up their shirts even. And I said, oh my gosh, I got to just get some strength. I got to get my inner Hulk Hogan on. I mean, Hulk Hogan, not Hulk Hogan, the Incredible Hulk. Do you guys remember the Incredible Hulk? And I got to button this seatbelt. And that's what I did. I was able to get it. But I mean, I was sweating to the oldies. So it was hard. But I did it. And I said, I never want to feel like that again. And then I also talk about, in one of my videos, I think my 8-month review, I talk about how I went to Paris and London and what an experience that was, just going on like a bucket list trip like that, but just having the whole weight issue damper it. So you got to check out that video too. It makes me sad to even think of it. KM says, I'm not sure, 40 pounds. Okay, that's a good loss, 40 pounds. I love that. Brown Velvet said, my goal weight is 190. I'm tall. So she says, I'm tall. So okay, so 190. My goal weight was 185, where I want to be. Of course, that's not what my doctor I would probably still be considered obese at 185. So, we'll see when I can, when I get there. But I think I want to be, at 185. And when I was 230-ish, I don't know if I was 232. That's the last weight I remember thinking when I was, a bigger size, like I could be here. And I felt comfortable. I thought I looked good, but no hanging skin, none of that kind of stuff going on. I thought my body was, I had curves. And but that's not a healthy weight. Of course, my doctor was like, that's still obese. You got to get that down. And then, of course, I got involved in a relationship, and over time, I gained all the weight back. And I can't really blame the relationship. I'm gonna blame the relationship. That's kind of what it was. It was just like eating a lot, eating out, going out to dinner, going on dates, cooking, food that wasn't as healthy, and just feeling like, just not having like a goal. Like I even slacked up on working out because we were doing things. So I'm not gonna get myself into that situation again. Let's see. She said, wait, okay. Okay, that is a good weight for me. Yeah, this I understand the typos. I do it too. My chubby little fingers, like it's all. And then my phone auto corrects. So if anybody knows how you can undo the auto correct, because being an educator, that's the last thing I want to see myself do is put some errors in spelling. But I've done it, and a lot of it is my little fingers, hitting the keys, and then. Not catching it before it sends it out. One of the things that YouTube, StreamYard, any of these platforms need to do, like on my iPhone finally did, is let you edit after you send something out. Like they need that feature in this chat. I'm going to reach out to YouTube and suggest that. I don't know if they'll listen, but I would love to be able to edit my comments for the spelling. Brown Velvet says, I should say 100 pounds total, so 70 plus pounds to go. Okay, well, we could be on a 100-pound journey together, because I have about 50 more to go. 48 technically, if I want to say I lost 100 pounds. And so, yeah, we could do it. We can do it. Congrats, Kim J says, to each and every one of us. We're all doing the work and it's paying off. We got this, ladies. Yes, we do. Kim J. And you're so positive, Kim. I love that. I love it. KM, nervous to set a goal and not be able to reach it or being unrealistic. That's true. And you know what? Don't tell us. But I think you probably, for yourself, it might help to set a goal. It may not. I always set goals for everything I do. And really, that I would attribute, success in other parts of my life to goal setting. And so that's why I'm encouraging you. But certainly you don't have to, everybody's different. But I think if you set some non-scale victory goals, if you have a goal in your head, I have I guess I just told you my weight goal was 185, but I'm saying I'm going to lose 100 pounds. I thought about that. Why am I saying that out loud? And I may not get there, but that's okay. I'm going to speak it into existence and do it. So I think, and set some small goals. Like, don't focus on like that big goal. Like, so, and I'm going to give you an example. KM, my next goal is to lose to 232. So I'm at 254 point something now. My next goal is to get to 232 because that's the last weight I can remember being. I liked the way I looked, and I felt comfortable with myself. And I want to say I was a size 16, 14, 16, size 1X. So I do want to get down even from there, but that's my first goal. And then my second goal is to get to 75 pounds down. And then after that, but that put me in Wonderland. So I guess after the 232 is to get to Wonderland. And then after that, 75 pounds. Is that true or not? No, I won't be. If I'm 75 pounds total, I won't be in Wonderland. So to get to that 75 pounds lost and then get to Wonderland. And then once I'm in Wonderland, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might be on here jumping for joy for 2 hours straight. Beverly Garner says, you know what? I want to tell you, your profile pic is everything. Okay, Beverly, you're wearing that hat. I love hats too. I used to never wear a hat, but as I've gotten older, I've, embraced the hat. And so I love that hat. It's like a brim style hat. It's super cool. DD, I bought a seatbelt extender off Amazon and I travel with it because I travel a lot. Okay, all right. That was smart. I didn't even know you could do that. So, and so you just put it on there yourself so they don't have to give it to you, right? Goodness gracious, that is so clever if you're doing that. I'm going to give you 5 stars for that. That's a great idea if you need that. KJ, it's okay, KM. You don't have to have a number now. I agree. You'll figure it out, even if it's only after getting to that certain point. You look in the mirror and be like, oh, yeah, this is where I want to be. I would imagine that because I know some people who said they got to the Wonderland and then they're not sure where else they want to go from here. So yeah, she's totally right. Or I said that too. You could set small goals, one step at a time. So yeah, I gave you my little small goals. That's one great thing about being a content creator is it holds you accountable. It's holding me accountable to you guys, to myself, and not really to you guys. I think it's holding me accountable to myself because you guys are so awesome. If I came here and said I gained 5 pounds, people would just say, "Oh my gosh, you're doing a great job." Give me some suggestions and stuff. I think I would probably be harder on myself if that happened. And so, being a content creator is definitely holding me accountable. Kim J says, thanks. Kim K says, thanks to Kim J. Kim J says, I know that's right, DD. Speak life in your situation. Speak it and it will be. Make it. Yes. And that's why I'm saying it because I think, but you can also say it to yourself. You don't have to come on here and say it. She says, thank you. I took that picture last year. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love that pic. I look at the profile pics if I can see them. And everybody is just so beautiful. Everybody is so beautiful. And I always say, I remember saying this to Kofia, who talked about, her daughter. And I remember telling her in that interview that, I want every, young person to know that even if you are chunky, you're overweight, whatever you're calling yourself, if you're not at your goal weight, you are beautiful the way you are now too. I think losing weight enhances your features. I really do. Do I think I looked great but I didn't feel great. I guess that's the best part about losing weight now is I feel better, not so much the looks, but of course looks are what people see. When we're on these platforms, you're sharing pictures. Pictures are what gets people to click. But if I could just, my body could talk and tell you how great I feel, I think that's good. So younger people, I want them to know that, you look good now too. And, like I said, I see these people, I'm like, these ladies are beautiful. Yes, that's clever, Beverly. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. And then KM is blowing kisses. Thanks. So yeah, I just or KJ is blowing kisses to KM. So yeah, I just think this community is awesome. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate you guys. You guys motivate me to just kind of keep it going, keep it moving. I will see you guys on Sunday. I'm going to give my weekly update. I don't know what's going to happen with that update, but I'm going to be ready for it tomorrow. And then I am on vacation. So, I'm going to step my game up with these videos and getting some more content out. I am looking forward to just resting and relaxing. And I'm going to go and try. I want to see. Now, I don't like a mocha brand, but I'm looking at this Boost, the pre-meal hunger support. No one said they have taken these or tried these. I wonder if you could just buy one. If you could buy one, I'm going to definitely try it. At one of my grocery stores here, sometimes they have those Fairlife drinks where, I shouldn't say drinks, protein shakes, and you could just try one. And so I'm going to see if they have that one boost that I could try, because I'll be doing that if you can. So Jazzy says, good night, everyone. And I would like to say good night. Like the video, even when we hang up, and I should say hang up. I feel like we're on the phone line or something. But even when the live stream ends, like the video. And thank you for stopping in on a Saturday night. I appreciate all you guys. I will see you tomorrow. I love our community. Y'all have a great evening and happy holidays. Yes, well said, Kim. I'm going to end it with that. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Good night.